Welcome to the Common Good Podcast. I'm
Just want you to know how low rate we can be around here. I took the theme
When
song.
is Dan the producer coming back?
I took the theme song from a previous episode and played it through my phone, just to so we'd have a little theme song to get us going live here. Hey, welcome to the Common Good Podcast. It's no fooling, Rob. April Fool's Day. I was going to try to do a whole April Fool's thing, and all that, but
not a huge fan of April Fool's Day. I did, really? As you know, Doug, part of my morning routine is I play the Wordle to stave off the dementia in the future, and I check my Facebook memories, and I had a Facebook memory today from 15 years ago. That my son Calvin played a April Fool's joke on his mother. He made decaf coffee in the morning.
Didn't tell her?
Didn't tell her.
Wow. Well done. Well done, Calvin. But when did he tell her? Because he only, the need of a good April Fool's joke, at some point you gotta let the people in on it.
You gotta fess up, right?
Yeah, or the joke is lost. When did he let her know? In time for her to caffeinate up, or did she have to even remember?
I don't really remember. I just got the amusing little memory from my Facebook.
I'll tell you, I have the privilege of having my religious initiation day, what people in the Christian world would call their Christian birthday, the day at which they came to the Lord.
You accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior?
Later people told me that's what I did.
You asked Jesus into your heart?
Yes, that is what people told me I did too.
You got saved?
I did get saved. I was 16 years old. I went to a thing called a Passion Play at a Jesus People Church in downtown Minneapolis at what's now the State Theater. Was previously the State Theater, went out of business. The religious group bought it, and they ran a Passion Play. I knew nothing of Christianity, nothing of any of it. Stumbled my way in there, and off we go. I've been inside Christianity for 42 years. So my Christian birthday, my initiation day into the faith, the first day that I knew anything of Christianity whatsoever, totally outside the whole scene, April Fool's Day. So, somehow with my personality, that just fits. I've always felt so good about that. It's like, oh, that's great. What if in the end, I'm just like, who plays the greatest April Fool's joke, though, on Christians of all time? Donald Trump. Running,
there you go.
Running the most anti-Christian, non-Christian, against Christianity's basic tenets presidency ever. Now, look, we don't want to have Christian presidents. I don't want there to be a Christian administration. I don't even want there to be a Christian nation, because we don't have one now, and where we've had them, they haven't been good. They haven't been useful for Christianity or for the nation. That's not how we do our Christianity. But this administration is anti-Christian. This is an anti-Christ community that they've got rolling over there. In other words, it's just doing all the things opposite. Now, as a Christian person, Rob, I would say this. That's then my obligation to figure out how to be sure that Christianity can be alive and thrive. Sometimes you can be in a country where Christianity and the nation can live in very symbiotic kind of flow and feel very comfortable and feel boosted by one another. Or you can live in times when Christianity is the minority religion or the majority religion, but is hostilely attacked by the government. That's the one that Christianity was born into. They exist all over the world now, always have. In fact, more Christians have lived in countries that have been in opposition to their Christianity than those who have lived otherwise. We just happen to be living in one of those.
Well, there's a little bit of a nuance here, though. It's because we're living in a time when our government is actively opposed to Christian principles, as we've talked about, while wrapping itself in a version of Christianity, while telling us that it is protecting Christianity, while receiving the support and adulation of the majority of Christian leaders in our country and
Mm-hmm.
Christian people in our country. Um, it's a
Maybe.
very well, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
It's close. If it's not the majority, it's the near
yeah. I
majority.
mean,
Yeah, that's good. Fair enough.
it's a paradoxical kind of time
Yeah.
right now
Yeah.
that it is it's troubling to say the least.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And look, it is unique for a nation to have such fervent Christian notion